Okay, Cancer, choosing who to give to and to receive from, your give and take, really looking into it to those people and who you consider family and who you're going to create with in the future. It's all in your reading. Stay tuned. We're going to talk all about it. As we take 30 seconds to forward through the shuffle and the card layout, I wanted to tell you about the December Astrology video. To navigate these energies more successfully makes life a little bit easier. So the topics covered in the video are the Mercury retrograde through the holidays, the inspiring new moon in Sagittarius, the winter solstice and the epiphany of the Mercury cazimi that's going to happen, and so many more topics of the plays of the planets that's going to be very helpful for you to know. So check out the link below in this video in the below description to hook up to it. Hope you check it out. Cheers! Hello there, Cancer. So within your reading, here's what's interesting. You don't have any heavy hitter cards, nothing to be worried about, but it is talking about this slight energy of being a little sensitive and at times slightly sad. But I'll tell you why. And it's, okay. But it talks about within your center section here, like the themes. The cards like literally say, it's looking at the people within your actions, the actions you want to take, the people you want to give to, the balance of the give and take within people in your life. And you're going into the Hangman with really reflecting upon that, because you're, interestingly enough, looking back in your past and looking forward. It's like you're doing this expansive view on who you're giving to. And it's in that Cancer way. How Cancer likes to give. Because the one thing that it says a lot too is within like your past, you're kind of looking at who you consider to be family, who you consider, and also because with the Hangman, sometimes what it means is sometimes you realize the people that have been in your kind of your book or your life, and maybe some of them aren't going to so much continue with you, or you with them, or what have you, because you're going in some different directions. And there's a slight feeling of melancholy, which is fascinating. And I think it's because Cancer actually really at heart is one of the ones that cares about family, who they consider family. So sometimes when you have this inner circle of the people that are closest to you, and then you realize some people aren't so much there and they got to kind of go more so on the outer circle. There's other signs that doesn't bother them that much. It's like no big deal. With the Cancer, it makes them a little sad. But like the good news is within your environment and everything, it's saying that you've got a lot of nice support. There's a lot of people that are like thumbs up to you, definitely giving you support. You've got your angels and guides, and everything is very, very positive, and everything, your strength and how you're showing up between your male and your female side, and your balance of yourself, of who you are. There's a lot of thumbs up around that. But there's just, as you do this Hangman, looking back towards reflecting, taking inventory. I guess sometimes Cancer just never totally wants to, in their heart, kind of let people go. And it doesn't mean like you're letting people go completely from your life, but when someone's kind of taken a step down, others are stepping in more. And there's a changing of a guard a little bit, especially when you're reflecting the past. The Hangman reflects the past, reflects everything, so that it can really think about it and decide how it wants to go into the future. It's a major transition. It is a pretty major transition. And I mean, I guess we're, at least, like within your reading, it's showing that you're feeling that way right now. And so, and you're looking forward. You're also looking forward to your Knight of Pentacles, of how you want to step forward and how you want to create and how you want to plant your fields long term and make it last and make it, the Pentacles does it right, does it with quality, not necessarily quantity, but quality. And also it does say at the bottom here, like you're also fantasizing, you're dreamy about the creative projects that you want to make. But the people that you want to make them with, once again. It's kind of like this heart energy that's also combined with who do I really want to bring, who's truly my heart, you know? And to be honest with yourself about that. It does say that within the attitude, it's interesting. It does say that there's a slight level of being slightly sensitive, that some of the words or some of the things or sometimes it's what people don't say. Sometimes when someone doesn't show up, in that action in itself is kind of speaks volumes. You know what I'm saying? But it's talking about showing that you're a little sensitive right now, being able to be kind of sad or hurt about some of that. And it's asking you to give yourself the gentle self-love that you need, just gently, because you do definitely have tons of support around you. It's not like you don't have many people that love you and are even telling you that, or even outwardly right now saying like good job, like really good job. So this slight level of melancholy is really about, it's like an inner knowledge of knowing that some will stay and some will go, and then new will come in, and just a little bit of I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay, coming into the future, it is talking about that there are times within the actions and the doings, the way you do things, are a little bit unconventional, and that some of your creative side and how you want to do things is not necessarily appreciated by some that want set structure, which was, there's a purpose for everything. But sometimes when people come into fears and they want to have more levels of security, you can't blame them for that, but then they're going to judge me if, I don't know why I heard the word avant-garde, if there's something about you that is a bit more avant-garde or going past the norm, a little bit different, there's going to be a little bit resistance in that. And because you have this little tiny bit of sensitivity, don't take it more than sometimes their own level of their fears popping up into place too, which you can understand, especially if a lot of people are feeling possible levels of fear or going, buying into the fear, a lot of the stuff that's out there. There's a lot of newness to what's coming up. Everybody takes different angles on what they want to do with that. And there's always a level of fear that comes into it. And you're not wanting to do that. You have more of a sentimental feel to you right now. But it's just saying in the next couple weeks, there are going to be some people that, not necessarily up in arms, but it may feel like that to you. That they don't necessarily think that your actions or what you're doing in some things is what they would do or approve of. Hey, it's that time period. I mean, we might be seeing people in the holidays that we don't normally see, and they don't always approve of us. There's always that in every family. Not everybody is gonna see life the same way. Very vast different personalities, not always the same within your friend groups, but coming during the holiday season with the families, it can be a little stressful for people. And sometimes it's stressful for what's there and what's not there. Sometimes there's some things or some people that you secretly would like to kind of show up and don't, and it can make you slightly sad. So there's all these little tiny things, but all of this is information because you are very much deciding who you want to, your give and take to within your actions, for the long term. And it is based upon stuff that also has happened in the past. Who is your family? So it's par for the course, and you need to listen to your feelings and listen to that, because your feelings and your mind are just supposed to be giving you information. Okay? And it's saying that within your hopes and fears, that even when it feels like you're not approved of, or someone feels like up in arms with you, that you have the ability to see the positive take on that. So you really are in the hopes that you can gain the most positive knowledge to move forward from it, and not take it like you have in the past, that it kind of hurt your feelings or something to that level. Going forward, okay, it does say going forward. It does talk about you're going to be given some information. And so be prepared for it. You're going to be prepared with getting information that's coming in different forms that's going to be able to give you what you want to know. Who's your family? Who are the people that you want to take actions, give to, the choices that you want to make of who you want to give to, so that you can have a proper give and receive, which is lovely for everybody when you have a balanced level of that. You're going to get information, and some of it's not going to be pleasant, but you have to have that information. I mean, you just can't get all the good. You have to understand and receive, like, some not so good news, so that you can know where to go and how you want to make plans and who in the future you want to be giving to and receiving from. Right? So, and it's going to come, a lot of it also is going to come in the form of you going to your higher self and rest, relaxation in your own inner higher hierophant, and figuring it out. You're getting the information, then go deep. Go deep to your inner self and ask yourself questions and listen for the response. That's going to be your best answers, because you're going to get a lot of outside information, and then you're going to have to go internally and say, truly ask yourself, how do I feel about that? Okay? And so, because it does say you're, I don't want to make anybody paranoid or anything, but it does say that you're actually also trying to choose who you can trust. I don't know why it's who you can trust, but I guess for you it is, what is trust for you? And is it levels of who has your back, who is not, I don't know, gossiping about you, or, you know, like, what makes you lose trust in somebody? What is that for you? And what's important to you on that level? And who you're going to choose to manifest with, where you don't have any backstabbing, or you don't have any competitive stuff. Oh, there's nothing like that can make a Cancer sad, when a close relationship, you realize that that person has just such a competitive thing towards you, and it just makes you so sad, because that's not where you're coming from at all, and that's just their habit, and that's just what they're doing. But you know, that builds a barrier between the two of you that you don't want to have, but that's still their choices. So there's going to be that information coming forward, and you need all of it. You need all of it. And it's gentle. The only thing, there's nothing difficult coming up. It's just like this inner feeling of sensitivity and a little bit of melancholy, because you want to love everybody. It's really sweet. It's really kind, and it's not that it's naive, because you're just coming from like your godlier side, you know, of the way things would be, and you would love to play with everybody in the sandbox, but it's not always that way. So I guess we can really appreciate everybody for where they've been in our lives, but you don't take everybody with you on every different journey, because a lot of times that's not where they're going. So we have to accept that and wish them well. But give me a moment, we'll come right back for the wrap-up. Just a quick reminder to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. This will give you a feel for which energetic you're possibly experiencing right now. And if you would like a detailed personal reading, you can book a reading at ctgtarot.com. And thank you for subscribing and clicking the like button. The kitties and I are very grateful. Okay, within the wrap-up, we're just going to do kind of like, you know, the bottom line. We have who you want to give to with your actions in the future, looking back from the past to the forward, and who you want to do it with long term. You've been looking back on who you're really considering family, a little melancholy on some of the people you realize are not really close within who you consider family. You are fantasizing and thinking about who you want to create new things with and projects with in the future. A little tiny bit sensitive on how people are sometimes maybe talking or feeling in their minds or words about you, but it's actually not that big a deal. You're just slightly sensitive, so be gentle to yourself. You've got a lot of support. You've got a lot of people that are giving you the thumbs up right now and think you're doing really well with the balance of who you are as a person, with your strengths of male and female. And just you're feeling a little sensitive towards maybe letting go of some people, or not putting so much effort forward towards someone, not to give so much to somebody else, because that's the initial theme in the middle. Okay, coming forward, it talks about there's some people that are kind of attached more to security and systems, and they are not they're fearful of your unconventional ways. And so that's just the way it is. Don't take it personal. Your hopes are that within your different ways of doing things, actions within your wands, that you hope to see the positive upside for knowing this information, getting this information of, who's with you, who's not with you, and just, making a positive thing out of it, whatever it is, whatever information is coming through. Because I think you can sense that in the future there is actually going to be a lot of information, because you're wanting it, it's going to be given to you. You're going to be calm and be able to go to your higher self, your inner self, your higher self, to be able to reflect on it, but you're going to be getting some information and news and actions and words and everything from all different sources, and some of it you're not going to really like hearing, but it's going to give you what you need to know. And that means, because some people you're going to be able to trust to go along with you, whatever trust means for you. What's most important? Maybe ask yourself that question. What is most important when I trust someone? What does that look like in my friendships, in my all different types of relationships? And because I've got to make choices of who I'm going to manifest with and move forward. And I really need to trust these people. So what is that? And this is a big question to ask, because sometimes we don't really break that down. So within this, it is a lighter reading, but it is sweet, because Cancer, you're caring. You're just caring. And so if you feel any sadness or melancholy, it's just because you're caring. But there's really no harshness. Even when people that are world more bound by systems and fear want to contend or say maybe you're not unrealistic, or that you're unrealistic, or whatever they might want to say, because they're based in security fears, which is understandable, because we're living in a little bit not so great times sometimes, and the fear of winter being here and going forward into New Year's and all the survival level. Forgive them, forgive everybody. We're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to survive in so many different ways. And if you're watching this right now and you're able to watch this on a phone or a computer or something, then you got a lot better than a lot of other people. So a lot better. So we're doing all right. All right, Cancer, I love it that you're caring and feeling so much. And you want to love everybody, not let go of anybody. But sometimes, paths kind of go in different directions. You're going to get the information you need. You're going to do fantastic. It was a pleasure doing your reading for you. All right. Talk to you soon. Mush, mush.